that incredible halo. Great day to ride. That was a nice surprise. I am riding up to San Mateo County from my house. Holy crap, I forgot. I'm sorry. That halo was amazing. I was invited by one of my kindergarten families to just come hang out at a campsite north of our school area. And I got lost. I was driving through an area called Woodside and La Honda, going through 84 and 280, something like that. I only put this one in here because this is the first time for motorcycle enthusiasts. I had never hit the red zone or the red line area on my bike. Freaked me the heck out because I was trying to avoid crashing into a couple of cars in oncoming traffic. I had already committed to it, so I was like, I gotta just skedaddle. Didn't like how it felt. I'll be truthfully and honest in that regard. Anyway, it was the only worrisome part of my ride, but in general, one of the best rides I've ever had. This is 84 south, going towards the campsite and a Bay Area landmark for most riders, which is called Alice's Restaurant. I loved this ride. I mean, I'll give it like 1,000 thumbs up. It was probably one of the most I can't even think of the word, just satisfying on so many levels. Spiritually calming. Like, this is something I wish I could do every morning. I wish I had done something like this every morning before I went to work, because it just totally calmed my heart down. These are all just kind of sped up a little bit anyway. I was only going about 20-30 miles an hour on most of the route, again, because I didn't know exactly what I was getting into. I just knew that this was a great ride. I definitely am a curvy type of rider. I don't like straight rides very much unless there's just an absolutely gorgeous view somewhere on the side or going up front. So you see that little mouse up top? So here's the reason why I really enjoyed the ride. I was squealing the entire time. Squealing and just giddy as a schoolgirl, just really enjoying something different. Lots of trees. So again, this is early summer. I don't know if it's officially summer yet, being early June, but it was perfect. You know, I left at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. If I had left a little bit earlier, I think I would have gotten a little too hot. I did get a little chill coming home because I was riding my jacket without the liner and I had a tank top underneath it. But it was, like I said, it was perfect. There was enough ventilation, it was enough cool air to just be exactly where it needed to be. And leading up to this landmark, so maybe I just kind of missed the point, but Alice's Restaurant is a place that, as a cyclist, as a motorcyclist, this is where you stop, I guess just hang out with other motorcyclists. I didn't have any desire at this point. Again, I'm kind of a soloist when it comes to my riding. I'm trying to get a friend of mine to come ride with me to Yosemite sometime this summer. Ooh, there's that halo again. I was so just enamored with the sun, and I had to look up what sun halo was. It's called a 22 degree radius or something like that. It was a perfect circle. Alice's Restaurant is right below it in the shadows, and like I said, I didn't have any need to go in. I had eaten pretty well right before I took off for the trip, so this was just a stop along the way. It just happened to be on the route. I just love the green, though. I had underestimated Northern California, Bay Area, not like ultra Northern California, but even then, as you get past San Francisco, I mean, California is, it's its own country, literally. You go from Southern California, Central Coast California, to Northern California, coastal, whatever. So many different regions of the state because it's such a long state, and you gotta give it credit. It was absolutely gorgeous. This was the road to go to Memorial Park. So Memorial Park is in San Mateo County. I was probably 6 or 7 miles north of Palo Alto, maybe not even that much. It's a hidden gem, I have to admit. Memorial Park itself is probably one of a bunch of different campsites. I don't camp. I had thought about it, you know, in my past life, but I think the reason why I don't do it very often, I've slept in my car a few times overnight. Not a fan, except I can't even handle it in my car. I don't know how I'd handle it in a tent. But I might give it another chance at some point. Just depends on where I happen to be when I'm in the mood to do something like that. So this road too was just, this whole route was fun. I put a map on at the very end of this video, but it was so, I have no words to describe it. It was a perfect finish to a professional year that just really taxed me, as well as a personal one where I was training a lot and just not recovering very well. So the bike was like, it wasn't just a distraction, it was just something to keep me balanced from the monotony of training and then the grind of training, as well as just trying to find my peace at work. This was the part of the ride that, like, I guess I was on some higher elevation aspect. I couldn't quite tell because the trees were hiding how far I had gone up, but it was a view. You know, all of these views, all of these curvy roads. I'm assuming they have, you know, there's a halo again. Hey, hi! It was just a beautiful ride. Once I got to Memorial Park, this is Pescadero Creek, I think, crossing over. The campsite was packed, but as far as, you know, actually seeing my families, there were 2. One of them I wasn't expecting to see. It was the other family that we had gotten the invite. They've been camping a lot, so I mean, it was something different. It was something that just, you know, you change it from the daily routine that you have, and then you just don't realize how much you actually need to do something entirely out of your circle, entirely out of the things that you would normally do. So this was it wasn't a bad road, I'll just put it that way. It was enough. So I could say right now, this was probably one of the best rides I've done, certainly very unexpected. So enjoy. This was really good. Hi. Hello. Hi, how are you?
I missed you.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know you were here.
Do you know how much time it took me and my dad to get here?
How much?
1 hour.
Lucky you.
And it took me 1 hour to get here too.
Well, good for you. You didn't have to drive.
We can play on. I'm sorry what
Okay, I'm coming.